Hey, Michael, this is here with. I came across your company, and I was wondering if I could grab a quick 17 seconds.
Okay.
So what we do is we identify prospects for your company, and we get you that real-time verified contact information. And I was just trying to pique your interest in a walkthrough for later this week or possibly next week, and let our platform experts show you how it works and relative to your company, then get you a pilot license to use. And I was just wondering if you have some availability.
We're not procuring any outreach contact lists right now.
Oh, well, we do more than that. May I ask what type of process you're currently doing to generate new business?
We do mostly internet marketing.
What we'll be able to do is help you in finding that contact information for your prospects and get you to those key decision makers more efficiently.
Yeah, we're not doing any outreach right now.
Oh, I would still just love to be able to get you in and show you how it works. And what we do is shorten that sales cycle so you're not reaching out to those people that aren't decision makers. Do you do like a outbound team with your marketing team? You find prospects and then email them?
We're not doing any outreach right now.
Okay, well, we do more than just outreach, though. That's what I was trying to say, and I would love to show you how it works other than outreach.
Yeah, we're not doing any outbound right now.
Okay, well, I'll get you. Well, thank you so much for your time.
All right, so the salesperson opens the call with something that's pretty close to a value proposition. So I think this is a pretty good way to open the call. The first objection that I give him, which is basically a version of we don't need what you sell, we're not interested, was we're not procuring any contact lists right now. And he responds to this objection initially with a question. I think a great way to respond to objections is by asking a question. Then he goes on to share some benefits of the product and service that he sells, so that's good. And then the second time that this basically same objection comes up, he redirects to the close, then he shares some value, and then he asks a question. So there's a lot of really good stuff here. And the third time that this objection came up, at this point, he starts to try to overcome the objection, and that might not be great, but then he redirects back to the sales process of trying to close for the appointment. And so one thing that this salesperson does throughout the call is he is laser focused on setting the appointment. And I think that's really great because as salespeople, we often focus when we're talking to prospects at a cold call on trying to get them to purchase our product. Even if we can't sell it to them right there on the call, we want to build interest to the level where they want to buy, or we want to validate that they have a need to buy. And the goal of the cold call is not to sell the product. The goal of the cold call is to start the conversation and sell the appointment. So it's really good that he keeps going back to trying to set the appointment. Although in some of his objection responses, he gets into sort of the nuts and bolts of the product, and that does lean more towards trying to build interest in the prospect wanting to buy what you sell today. So my advice to this salesperson would be to talk less about the product and how it works in those objection responses, and to add one minor additional thing to say in his objection response. Okay, I understand. I tell you what, let's just still start with a short call where I can show you the data that we have to offer you and your company. That way, when you reach a point down the road where your company is doing outreach and you're cold calling, you can know who we are, you can know what our solution provides, and you can keep us in mind. And then you go for the close. Now, keep in mind, he was really close to this. All he had to do is focus on down the road. At some point, you're going to need this. Let's talk now so that when you're ready, you can know who we are and what we have. Let's talk now in preparation for tomorrow. And that small change would have enabled him to close me for an appointment. And that small change is a concept that can apply to you regardless of the product or service that you sell. You're going to contact prospects that say, I don't need this, I'm not interested in this. And the fact is, they don't need it and they're not interested today, but that does not matter. Let's meet today in preparation for tomorrow. And this is the way to explain that to a prospect. All right, this cold call also provides an opportunity for us to create a recommended cold call script. Quick intro opening. Hello, prospect. This is Michael Halper with Company X. Have I caught you in the middle of anything? Then going real quick to the value proposition. Great. Well, the reason for my call is we help businesses and salespeople to have accurate contact information for their target prospects, and we help them to get to key decision makers. But I tell you what, I'm not sure if you guys need this or you're wanting to improve those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. And then I transition to ask some questions. If I could ask you real quick, how do you feel about the quality of contact information your reps have when they're doing prospecting? Are your reps getting to key decision makers? So those are some pain questions. Current state questions help you to identify what is the prospect doing in the area where you have something to sell. And the first question is actually the question he asked me, which is a good question. What type of process are you using to generate new business? Do you have reps performing outreach? Where are your reps getting their contact information? Hopefully, in asking your questions, you uncover needs or pains that the prospect is having. But if you're not able to do that with your questions, you can just get more direct and start to tell them the pain points that your product and service fixes to try to identify if they need what you sell. Okay, well, I tell you what, a lot of businesses that we work with, they're finding that it's difficult to have accurate contact information for their target prospects and not talking to key decision makers. Are you concerned about any of that? Hopefully through all of that, you found a reason to keep talking more. Once you find that reason to keep talking more, you can close for an appointment so you can keep talking more. But before you go for the close, you want to build a little bit of interest. And this is where you talk a little bit about your product and company. And you can transition to that by saying something like, well, based on what you shared, it might make sense for us to talk more because as I mentioned, I'm with Company X and we provide high quality data for prospects and contacts, including direct dial numbers, email addresses. Some ways that we're different from other solutions out there is that this is completely verified information. Then right before you go for the close, you can share a customer example just to build that interest a little bit more, establish a little bit of credibility. And, real quick, we actually worked with a software startup company and they were having difficulty getting meetings with VPs of sales. We helped to solve that for them by providing their reps with access to our prospect and contact information. This not only helped their reps to immediately get engaged with more decision makers, ultimately it helped them to increase their sales growth by 40%. And then you can transition to closing by saying something like this. But I tell you what, I've called you out of the blue. I'm not sure if this is the best time for you to discuss this. Are you available for a brief 15-20 minute meeting where I can share some examples of how we've helped other businesses and salespeople to have more accurate contact information, generate more leads, and increase their sales results? Are you available Tuesday or Thursday morning? Or are you free right now to continue talking about this? So that's the close, and that's a recommended cold call script. All right, that's pretty much it. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you found at least one tip in this video and you want to return the favor, very easy for you to do. Simply like, comment, share this video, subscribe to our channel. Any of those help us, and none of those cost you anything. If that's interesting, but you still don't know what to do, you may want to check out my book, The Smart Sales System, Sell Smarter, Not Harder. You can get that on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. If you want more help or more information, the best place to go is salescriptor.com. If you want more tips, there are a ton of videos, also ebooks that you can download for free. If you have questions on our product, Sales Scriptor, there are a lot of demo videos that will show you the tool on our website. And if you want to contact us, that's the best place to go. You can get our phone number, email address. There's even a chat window at the bottom right of our website. Thanks for being here. Hope this was helpful, and we will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.